Participating employers need to consider a number of factors when weighing up the value they get from the different umbrella fund providers out there. For example, the administration capabilities of the umbrella fund provider. This is a frequently overlooked aspect, as the supposed disruptive new entrants are able to market themselves really well in the press, but they will not mention that they only have a few thousand members on their platform versus our more than 500,000 members if you include our standalone funds. And as you will have heard by now, we have spent years and millions of rands investing in our admin platform, where we, for example, are able to invest members' monthly contributions within 1 to 2 days of receiving the money. You will also have heard that we have automated certain vital processes, such as paying out members' pension money when they resign from their employer. Members become exceedingly frustrated when the payout process is drawn out and protracted. We've had a case recently where a payout was made within 22 hours of receiving the request, which is pretty good. Then also consider that we administer standalone funds on the same IT platform as our umbrella fund, each with their own unique requirements. We are therefore fundamentally better positioned to customize and tailor our solutions for very particular requirements. We're breaking away from the standard processes are essential, of course. So my personal view is that these new entrants are getting into the game a bit late, and that they still need to cut their teeth significantly to be able to provide the level of service and flexibility that seasoned, long-standing umbrellas are able to. Yes, I've heard about how new technology is able to make you more agile, and to this I would say you need to look under the bonnet and investigate properly. I have a technical background and I know many of the IT platforms out there, and they are not as agile as the marketing material makes them out to be. We also provide flexibility and a good range of investment options. For example, we don't just push passive portfolios like some of our low-cost providers are doing. We offer both active and passive portfolios to our participating employers, and in March this year introduced a passive life stage model for added member choice. Also, we don't just push our own Sanlam portfolios, but provide a broad range of portfolios from the best asset managers in the country. And again, some of these new entrants are predominantly pushing their own portfolios. We also have the option of making special arrangements to cater for employers who want to keep their funds with very particular asset managers, but be on our admin platform. Pricing transparency is another important factor to consider. Unfortunately, this one is a bit tricky and can become quite complicated. So for example, some of these new entrants claim that umbrella fund providers have all kinds of cost layers, but when you examine their investment fees, you will see things like fund of hedge fund fees or offshore manager fees that are shown as operational expenses rather than investment management fees. This has the effect of showing a lower overall asset management fee, which is not a fair reflection of the truth. Even the big established players utilize something called net priced assets. These are assets where the fees are deducted by managers before the unit prices and returns are given. You therefore do not have a view of what the fees are. One of the big insurers will actually charge employers a commission if they choose risk cover from an insurer other than themselves. Sometimes performance fees, for example, are not disclosed clearly enough. So this can be a very tricky space, and it is essential that participating employers are given the right information to make informed choices. We as Sanlam Umbrella Solutions are constantly working on improving our pricing and making it more transparent. You will see some of this in the media in the months to come. So while we have work to do, the feedback from the market is that we have some of the cleanest and most transparent pricing available. Then also consider the value-added services you get from your umbrella. We cannot just keep comparing prices between different umbrella providers, because what you get from the different providers vary greatly. So for example, we also give our members access to an app, an electronic retirement planning tool called RetireMate, a retirement benefit counseling service, day one induction tools for employers, a total reward statement offering, access to better short-term insurance via Sanlam, and so forth, significantly more than other providers. So what is crucial is that you know what you are paying for and not just going for the lowest quote. One more thing I'll mention is innovation. Going for the big, more established insurers with huge amounts of capital is a safe bet, but they can potentially be slower to adapt to your changing consumer needs. Within the space of less than a year, we have been able to demonstrate that we can innovate. We have awoken the sleeping giant, so to speak. So you need to consider the longer-term product and servicing capabilities that you'll get from your umbrella service provider when making your choice.